Hello everyone, this is Hansel Troy, and welcome to episode 13 of Infinity. First of all, I must apologize, this is my second time recording, and I'm also trying to use Fraps instead of OBS, which I used first. This will hopefully make the quality a bit better. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, for the main apology, which is this. I made this in my previous recording, and I figured out that it only recorded the sounds and not the actual visual image of it. So I am going to try my best to explain what I've done with the book. So this is a runic matrix, and this is called the Infusion Altar for Thaumcraft. It is a multi-block structure which uses these arcane pedestals and these arcane stone blocks. The format is like so, and with the matrix on top, as in there. And then you right click with a wand using 25 of each aspect, which I can actually show you here. Now the runic matrix you have to craft yourself using an ender pearl, 4 shards and 4 arcane stone blocks, and it takes 40 ordo to craft it. These arcane pedestals are made like this with 5 air for 2 pedestals. The setup is like this, as I showed you: stone bricks at the 4 corners, arcane pedestal in the middle, arcane stone blocks on top of the arcane stone bricks, and then the runic matrix 1 block above and then in the center of the, so like such. This is the runic matrix, just pretend that is. So the reason I didn't do this again is simply because I needed 40 ordo to craft the runic matrix, and as you may recall, there is not a lot of nodes that I have found that contains ordo, and those I actually have found are really far away. Plus I needed 25 of every aspect, as we can also see here, all of the primal at least, to activate it. So I used the alchemical furnace to burn down the aspects, and the way I've just been doing it now is just taking a jar, right clicking, and then place it back. I made the Thaumian embossed silverwood wand, which required me to do some research here, and that goes in the fusion using a silverwood rod, which is made, I think it's just using, no, oh, I'm such a derp. That's the finished product. I had to infuse 1 silverwood log with all 6 of the primal aspects and 1 balance shard, which is made by dropping any shard and the other primal aspects in the crucible. I can actually show you that really simply by taking my bucket, filling the crucible up, taking 1 of each shard, and once this is bubbling, drop every single shard in, and you'll get a balance shard and some taint there, which is quite a nuisance to clean up, but yeah, we'll get to that a little later. Furthermore, I needed some caps. Therefore, I went in the magical metallurgy, got myself thaumium ingots by dropping iron ingot into a crucible with 4 precondatio. I'm pretty sure I used chiseled sandstone for this because it does contain it. Furthermore, I researched the thaumium caps by thaumium nugget just comes from placing a thaumium ingot in the crafting table. You get 9 of them. Using a bit of aspects, I need 2 of these, but then I need to infuse them with Salus Mundus, 12 Potentia and 6 Aurum. So in total 24 and 12. The Salus Mundus comes from just melting balance shards in a furnace. Okay, I think that's what we did last episode. But then again, I do apologize. It wasn't really my intention to lose the recording, obviously, but you know, shit happens, I guess. But now I have this wand. This wand is really awesome because it can hold 100 of each aspect. And to do what I want to do, I need a wand that can store more than 50. Again, I apologize if you hear me cough a bit. It's been a bit strange days recently because I've been feeling sick, but then again, I'm not really sick. So I don't know what's up with that. Oh, that's a wither, which there's a lot of mobs here that I don't particularly feel like running into, to be completely honest, but we'll make do. So there are a couple of things I want to do, and we are probably not going to be able to do it in one episode, but that doesn't mean we can't try. Oh, Aaron Terra, which has Aaron Aqua in it. Wow. Oh well. So let me just give you a rundown of what I want to do. I would like to avoid having to run so far every single time I want to charge up my wand, because the next few episodes we're probably gonna use a lot of aspects in my wand, and going around refilling this is gonna be quite boring both for me and for you. You won't see this because most of the time I'll just cut it away, but it gets boring and very, very tedious. But there are ways to simplify it. Now, if you have played with blood magic, you probably know a much easier way to do this. However, I feel like teaching you guys about Thaumcraft and Thaumcraft interactions with Thaumcraft only will help you learn a lot more about the mod. Blood magic is also a very cool mod, and I almost can't wait to start with it. But yeah, let's do one mod before we traverse to the next, I should say. So I am going to fill up my wand, and I will be back. See you then. Okay, I'm back. I really noticed the difference between having a wand that can hold 50 and one wand that can hold 100. But yeah, so what I want to do is move the nodes. I actually have done the research for it. Node in a jar. So we're gonna need a bunch of glass, which actually reminds me that we can cook up some more glass. I'm also going to need some slabs. And let's capture ourselves a node. What node do I want to take first? That's a really good question. Maybe Ordo Aquan Air? Maybe? So you probably figured this out by now, but it allows you to place the node in kind of like a water jar, and you can move it around. So that is going to be very, very helpful, because that means that I can just pick up a node, bring it back to my base, and charge my wand from there. If only it was that simple. Well, it is, granted you have everything ready. So this I want with me. So what you do is you surround it with glass, the bottom layer in a 3x3, like such. Then you go up one more, 8, and then you cover it up from here. Oh, did not mean to do you. Oh, and then you cover it with slabs, like such. And then you right click with your wand, and that took 55.99 if you want to. And now I have a node in a jar. Cool. It does cost 70. However, because of my ropes, I do get a discount, which is awesome. But yeah, this is why it's getting pretty tedious. Now, just for me having to order everything, then I'm going to remove that waypoint because it is no longer there. I don't need it. And then we can head back and place our node. What I should mention though is when you place down your node, you want to have some space between them, and I'll show you that once we get home, because it's a bit hard to explain by words. It's more easily explained by example. And oh god, we're also gonna have to make something else in order to, you know, yeah, again, it will be easier if I just explain it. So yeah, so aura and nodes. If we go in here, Right, screw that. Oh, well. Looks like I need to make this. Now, if you have two nodes nearby each other, they are gonna start having a bit of an argument. What's gonna happen is that the OR node that is biggest is gonna start draining the aspects of the nodes that are weaker. So for example, if there is a Terra node that has 70 Terra in it, and then you have a node that has 20 air in it, because the Terra node has more aspects in it, it's gonna start draining from the air node, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. However, for me, just wanting to recharge my wand, I need to keep that from happening. Yes. Just gonna put everything in. Go. You can go in here. So what does the node stabilizer take? It takes some arcane stone bricks, some block of quartz, night ore and gold, and a piston. Do I have pistons laying around or not? I don't think I do, but pistons are easily made. Can I actually make a stack? Because if I can make a stack, I'm just going to make a stack. And yes, that should be good. The reason I decided to just make a stack is because I know for a fact that I'm going to need a lot of pistons, not just for Thaumcraft stuff, but for other things. So 1, 2, I need more wood. Luckily I have a wood farm, which is doing great. It's a very simple build, but it does the job. Thank you. I'm also gonna need some pieces of gold, 1 piece, and night ore. I should have some night ore. If not, then yes, thank you. So, piston. I need a quartz, specifically block of quartz. 4. It's not. Oh, thank you. That makes my life easier. I need to go to the Nether as well. There's a lot of stuff I need to do, but that comes for later. Stick my wand in. 25. Thank you. Yes. So I'm gonna dig this off camera, but I'll just show you now what I mean. So if I can place, let's just place a node here, shall we? Place you down, right click you with a wand, will break the glass and free the node. Now the next node I'm probably gonna put here so that there is a space, so if I need to move it I can do the whole glass thingy again. Although that's probably not going to be the case. Then I want to put the node stabilizer down, and that instantly forms a bottle. Now what this does is that it prevents other nodes and this node from draining from other nodes. It like if you see here, firstly it prevents the node from draining V from other nodes or being drained in turn. Secondly, it prevents unstable nodes from losing their V, and it has a tiny chance of eventually removing the unstable condition completely. Lastly, it has a very, very small chance of turning fading nodes into pale nodes. So yeah, unless you want the nodes to drain from each other, which we are gonna want later, then you're gonna need the stabilizers. I have so much junk in my inventory. Get rid of you, you. Probably don't need you, and that's fine. So what I'm gonna have to do is I want to move all of the aspects down. I already have 3, although they're very small. So I will need Ignis, Terra, and Perdithio. But yeah, as you can see, I can just refill it from here. Doesn't matter, it's fine. But I need to refill my wand. I need to put it in a jar, which is gonna take a good amount of aspects. I need to move it down here. I need to craft more of these node stabilizers. It's just gonna be a tedious work, so I am definitely gonna do that off camera. But I do see that we have some time, a bit more time on our hands, so let's put the Thaumcraft on hold for a minute. Because I also need to do some research as well, but that can wait. Is there anything we can do in the Botania section of stuff? Well, there is, but I want to hold off to it. Or do I? Maybe. I wonder. I think we might just... I'm sorry, this is kind of sudden, because I didn't actually expect that I wouldn't be able to... Oh god. Well, I'm not stepping out today, at least. Yeah, I didn't actually expect this to become like this. I was hoping that it would take a bit more time so I could do off camera, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so meh. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Between episodes, I'm going to go mining. I'm also going to hopefully move a bunch of these nodes down to my area. I'm going to dig out from here. And make the area much bigger. And next episode, we are probably gonna do some more of this infusion with the matrix, just because I feel like showing you guys once is not really enough if you are completely new to modern Minecraft. It does require a bit, well, at least for me, it required me to see how my friends did it, and yeah, but the best thing really is just try yourself, although this is kind of dangerous, but yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. Tell me what I can do better, because there's always room for improvement. But until next time, farewell.